Welcome back to the Angel Scrolls. Today we are going to try something a little different, and out of the norm. In the past, Victor as well as the angels have spoken of extraterrestrial beings from other planets that have spiritual connections to God, the angels, and the universe. So Ryan has an interest in anything that proves alien life does exist. Right now, the Perseverance Rover is streaming live images from Mars that anyone can observe in real time. One thing we know for sure here at the Angel Scrolls is the act of observation can often cause miraculous things to happen in conjunction with quantum mechanics. To prove this point, Ryan decided to capture a short video of Perseverance and magnify some of the things that looked interesting to him. The results that came back from just that short video he captured in real time came up with some incredible results. These images may help to prove that life does exist on Mars. During this short period, he got about 15 images that seem to indicate there is or was some kind of intelligent civilization living there. We will show you these enlarged images right after the video you are watching right now. The video you are watching now that Ryan recorded is approximately 4 minutes long.
So this is the first image I'd like to talk about. To me, this looks like ancient ruins. You can see a little head here, which almost looks like the face on Mars sideways. It's got a mouth, nose, and eyes. You've got a column here. You've got some walls right here that look like it's from a terrace. Over here it looks like you have some steps going up and more steps here and possibly steps here. and even steps over here. Right up here at the top, you can see a very square cut doorway. And almost every time I look at this this image, I find more in it. I enhanced it a bit from the last time I did this, and one of the things I noticed was more stairways here, and there's also an interesting wall here that looks like it's made out of a different type of material, and it's got holes in it. And these little platforms here are horizontal platforms that look like they lead into a cave or something. So that's a very interesting one right there. This next one too doesn't quite look natural to me. It looks like a head, or even it could be some kind of mechanical head of or statue of a bird with a strange beak, an eye, and around another roundness around the eye. At first glance, this interesting image right here almost looks like a little Buddha with legs down here and arms and something on top of his head. However, after enhancing the images, I've been noticing some strange creatures in these images, and it looks like they've got kind of a snake head. There's one right here, and they'll be clear for the other ones, and there's one also in the cave sticking his head out. So these could actually be two together that are intertwined with each other. I'll zoom in on that a bit to show you what I mean. See, as you zoom in on it, you can see their heads a little bit better. His is here. There's one here, and another one just sticking out, looking at them too. So I find that one very, very interesting, and it could actually be some of these animals are hiding out in these caves. And that's the safest place that they can keep away from the atmosphere of Mars. This next image could be a giant whale. If you look at this at a 45-degree angle, and this would be the outline of the whale. But strange thing is, it has fins, or possible wings. Up here is the snout, which is broken. Maybe it's petrified. This is the eye. Here's the wing coming down, and there's a hole in the side of it as well. This is off in the distance. What looks like a mountain edge along here seems to be what is very similar to a pyramid right here, sticking out. And possibly another one right here that's kind of faded away a lot. I thought that was just an interesting thing to show you. This next one here is probably the one you all been waiting for, and it's one of my favorites so far. Right up here, you see what looks like a face. It could be a face of a lion or any kind of creature. Right here on the edge of the cliff, it looks like a house. It's even got a little chimney on top of it. Down here you have these columns, or I don't know if it's pieces of wood. And there's a very strange looking image right here. God only knows what that is. And over here, it looks like covered in sand is some kind of a space vehicle or something. I know that sounds pretty far-fetched, but I'm going to enlarge this a bit better so that you can see the face a little bit better in the next part. So this is the face enlarged. Again, the eyes right here, the nose, and you can even see these scary teeth in this, which is something I didn't notice until it was actually enlarged and enhanced a little bit. There's some horizontal platforms right here. It even looks like there's some kind of a bridge or something leading from the cliff out to the face right here as well. Remember I said that these snake-like creatures seems to be always showing up? Here's another example of that. Here's a cave right here. Although it isn't as big as the other ones, you can see that it's got a very intertwined body and the odd shape for the head. Now, there's only a couple of things that could be. Either that's some kind of a vine that comes out and it's standing up there somehow and wrapping around the cave, all the way around the cave. And if it's a vine, that means there is life on Mars, or some kind of a creature. A rock formation doesn't form like that. As you'll see in some of the other images, you'll see them larger as well and more clearly. By the way, all these images are in the video, the first part of the video that I showed you with the song. And while that video was running, you might have noticed this area right here, which to me looks like it's water. It's got a reflection, and even in the background here, there's another pyramid-like structure. But I don't know what else that could be, really, to tell you the truth. Somebody will probably say it's something like liquid methane or whatever, but yeah, to me it looks like water. This next image I found interesting. I really don't know what it is, but it looks like some kind of a structure that's not natural anyways. It's got this round, I don't know what it is, rock on top with these horizontal columns off to the side. Again, we have these strange looking head types that look like they might be sticking out from underneath this rock formation here. And there's another odd thing happening right here at the bottom where these rocks are laid in a pattern, and I've seen that pattern a couple of times. And another horizontal beam right here. So, and all this up in here doesn't really look natural. You know, these could be, like I said, those creatures. The body of those long snake-like creatures could be coming through here, underneath here, and sticking their heads out here. Just food for thought on that one. This one is a better look at that formation of rocks that I told you about that are laid out in kind of a pattern here, with the another column here with a couple of rocks on each side of it. It's funny that I just noticed this looks like a bird laying on its back, or some kind of creature laying on its back here. The mouth and then the eyes right here. This next pic is a pic from what I call the alien junkyard. This looks like some kind of figure here, head with an arm here, and then this strange object here that doesn't look natural. Looks like it was broken, and these could be the legs running down right there. I've got a better picture of what I called an alien robot, and I'll show you that next. So this is the pic that I talked about, the alien robot, which came from what I called the alien junkyard. And here you can see the head. It looks like it's separated from the body. This is the body here. It's got legs that actually even bend. And it's got an arm, it looks like a mechanical arm coming down with even a hand there. And the structure that it's laying on is not natural. It's got square corners. It almost looks like a pallet, but it could be a metal or some other material. And after that, I didn't even notice this the first time, but there's a strange image in the corner down here. Looks like a fish head. I don't know if it's sticking its tongue out there, but it's on some kind of a pole. But it just stands out really, really strangely there. And all this stuff in here, look, this could be another skull right down here, and bones and stuff like that of a human. But all this is really, really, to me, not natural. Especially this image right there here. The chances of that coming together naturally is, very, very, very low. This next pic has another one of those serpent creatures in it. If you look up here, you can see the head sticking out. It's got a flat body and it kind of goes down and winds around. And it's near a cave system again, with where it could go in and out. The mouth is kind of open, and you can see the eye there, right there. So that's to me, it's either got to be a stone statue or an actual live a live reptile type, even dinosaur type figure. So I think I saved the best one for last. This is quite incredible. You can definitely tell what I call it, a ship of some kind. It has here's the front of the bow. It's got that head on it again, that same type of head, that creature head that I seen several times. The ship, the deck of the ship, and even the start of a wall of a second level, which even has some what look like pipes sticking out of it. Right here you see that it's broken in half, and another one of those flat reptile type creatures coming up from the crack there with the head there. Yeah, this is just a very odd and mechanical looking figure. Obviously some of the sand and rocks and that have fallen on it, and it's deteriorated quite a bit, and you can even see where it broke right there. It's really amazing that you see that crack like that, and you know that it was separated at that point. Here's another little odd creature right in here, that in the bottom corner, that seems to be hiding or coming out of one of the rock faces. So yeah, I think that's about it. But as you can see, there are many images, and I only took, like I said, 4 minutes of video, and there's hours and hours of it going constantly. And I just picked out some spots where I thought were interesting, and within an hour I come up with these images. When you're just looking at the video, it's almost like listening to a recording without having the captions. You don't see anything until you actually can enlarge it and enhance it a bit. And there's a program you can get on the internet that will enhance these images. So I don't know if for sure if all these images can be explained, but I do know that there are some images there that are definitely, and this is one of them, that definitely shows something that should be investigated. Like I said before, the reason why I decided to do this was because both Victor and Mailer and Danny talked about aliens. Victor said that we were going to meet him someday, and the Angels even spoke about him in a couple of the songs. So it'll be good to know once people realize that there was life on Mars, or even could be life on Mars right now, then it's going to open people up to the idea that alien life does exist. And at that point, maybe we'll be open. It won't be so much of a shock to people, and we'll be able to open up to the fact that we'd like to meet them someday. So that's it for this one, and I hope you enjoyed that. Bye for now.
That completes this presentation. To hear more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at theangelscrolls.com.